Alright, hey, this is Salad from Saladbowl Gaming, and I'm bringing you another builds video. This time, it's my tank. So, right now, as you can see, he's an orc. He's stamina based, uses some magica abilities, but very much stamina based. That's why I picked him. Also, healing factor that the orcs have. So let me run through the racial skills for you. So, craftsman, I mean, you get that one no matter what. Gain experience with the heavy armor line, which I already had heavy armor, light armor, and medium armor maxed out when I made him, or transferred him. I was a red guard, but then I moved him to orc. Increases my max health and max magicka by 6%. Increases the healing received by 5% and health recovery by 20%. And then I'm fast, which I like. I like being fast. I hate slow. So let me start out with the gear that I'm wearing. Actually, let me just say this first. This build is primarily for tanking. You're not going to do hardly any damage with this. It's just going to be tanking all the way. Just like my healing. My healing was all healing. There was no damage involved. There was no extra, what do you say, just extra things to do. It was all healing. That's all it was. And that's what I built these for. I built this for a tank, so I built that for a healer, so that's what it's going to do. It's going to tank and it's going to heal. But let's get into the armor. So as you can see right here, my physical and spell resistance is 33k, 34k. They're both right around 34k, which 32k is kind of the minimum in my opinion if you want to be able to just go in and kind of face tank everything. So I have it at 33k, 34k unbuffed, and I get that through Armor Master. Now, Armor Master is a crafted armor set, and it's a 9 trait. So if you don't have somebody to help you, let me know, and I can direct you into the right place on who can help you with creating this. If you can't create 9 trait heavy armor, for the traits, I have reinforced on the big pieces, so the chest and the legs. Then I have sturdy on 3 small pieces, because you want to be able to block. You want to be able to block almost the whole time and not use all your stamina up. And then I have mighty Chudan's 2-piece, so that includes that also gives me spell resistance, and I get maximum health for the 2nd piece. So Major Ward and Major Resolve also increases my spell. So if I remove this, look at that. I drop from 33k and 34k down to 26 and 27. Put that back on, bumps me right back up. Now, if I were to do this, cast something like this, then go back in here, I'm at 39k on both. Because the 2-piece of the Armor Master gives me 5,000 more spell and physical resistance for 10 seconds after you cast a shield ability, or when you use an armor ability. So armor ability is going to be one of these. So I used Harness Magicka, and I used, I guess I only used Harness Magicka. Oh, this is a sword and shield. They absorb magic. But on this other bar I have Unstoppable, which is a heavy armor ability. So no matter what the bar I'm on, I got that. It's going to bump me up to 39. And then if I switch bars, it's on the same button, so I don't have to ever worry about it. Then I go back, it's 39. So that's what I use for my armor. Then I have a 3-piece endurance for the stamina and the magicka health recovery. And then here I have White Streak, so 2-item White Streak. That gives me maximum health. That's what I'm looking for, is more health. I want as much health as I can get, as well as much resistances as I can get. So right now, as you can see, my max health is 27k. Let me throw this on. Now I'm well over 30k. I'm right about 33k. Oh, you guys can't see that. Hold on 1 second. Boom. I'm at 33k. So that's definitely, some tanks would even tell you that's more than enough. You don't need that much. I like to err on the side of needing more. But also, with all of my resistances that I have in here, 33k, 34k, whatever, I'm not going to get hit as hard. I'm not going to be squishy. I can go in there without... Really, I can just go in there, cast an ability, cast up all of this stuff, and then I've got them. I don't have to worry about... I don't have to worry about taking too much damage. Sorry, I was distracted there. I don't have my dressing room up for some reason, which is kind of throwing me off. Let me put through this in here. There. So I've got... So that's a good segue into my abilities. So I have my Ransack, a taunt on that button, and then I have... oh wait, that's not what goes there. Field Undaunted. And then I have this taunt right here. So this taunt is Stamina, and this taunt is Magicka. I have 17k Magicka, 24k Stamina. Now, if I'm standing here blocking the whole time, and I'm losing my Stamina, and then I roll dodge, and I roll dodge again, and then I'm blocking and taking damage, I'm not going to have any Stamina to taunt. Well, that's why I have a Magicka taunt, because I'm not going to be using as much Magicka throughout the whole thing. And then I have the Noxious Breath. It puts a poison on, but it's also a debuff. Unstoppable. I already went over that. That's an armor ability. And then Igneous Shields. Igneous Shields goes on everybody. Gives me major mending. Increases the healing done for 6 seconds. So, like I said, this tank is built around holding aggro, as well as taking little to no damage throughout this whole thing. And I put that on the wrong one. I wanted that over here. So, actually, Burning Talons goes there. There, Burning Talons goes there. And I chose Burning Talons because it does more damage. I'm not necessarily concerned about the other morph, which causes them to do less damage to me. I don't really need that, so I chose the damage one. Now my other bar has the taunt on the same button, so I'm never confused. And then I've got Absorb Magic. I like Absorb Magic because I put it on and I take no damage if I get hit by a magic ability, but it also gives me Magicka back. So once I get hit, I'll absorb the magic, but then I also take no damage, which works well. And there's a couple dungeon fights out there that I can literally take no damage. Like ICP. At the end of ICP, when the boss separates into the 4, you taunt all the guys on you. You just keep casting Absorb Magic, and you never die because it heals you, as well as because if you look here at the bottom, damage, it absorbs 16k damage from the next spell projectile cast at you, healing for 19% of your maximum health. You never die because this guy is just, you taunt all 4 and then you take all the damage and it heals you. I love it. And then the other one is Harness Magicka. This one is the one that gives you the Magicka back, which also is good. And then Green Dragon Blood, which I chose Green Dragon Blood because it gives you Major Fortitude, Major Endurance, Major Vitality, which increases your health and stamina recovery. But also, it gives you a Healing Received, 8%, for 23 seconds. So, I turn this on. So let's say I turn this on, and then I turn this on. So this one gives me Healing Received for 23 seconds by 8% increased. And then this one is increased by 25% for 6 seconds. So I got healing increased the entire time, as well as if I put on my Absorb Magicka, that's healing me. So I'm basically healing myself, and the healer doesn't even really have to touch me the entire time. That's basically how I run mine. Now my ultimate, Magma Shell, and the standard, that's up to you. You can run whatever ultimates you want in there. I know a lot of people that run the the weapon one. This one, the Shield Wall. I don't like it. I don't feel like there's a need for it. Some people like it. So the ultimate's really up to you. same with CP. CP isn't really set in stone. You can do this one however you want. I'm going to go through mine. I'm going to start here at the lady. So I have Hardy and Elemental Defender. Again, it's for tanking. I'm not going to take any damage from, hardly any damage. So poison, disease, and physical damage dealt to you is reduced by 19.5%, as well as 25% of all the elements are reduced. The heavy armor, I put 30 in here just to increase, get me up to that physical resistance cap, and then reduce cost of magicka and stamina abilities because I do use both. Now, Arcanist and Mooncalf, I don't know why 79 and 20. I'm really very much a type of person that likes whole numbers. I don't know, or by 10s or 5s or whatever. I don't really know why it's like this, but whatever. And the reason for that is because, again, I use magicka and stamina. I have more in Arcanist because I don't have as much magicka recovery ability or passives, whereas stamina recovery I do. We come over here to Blessed and Elfborn, increase the effectiveness of healing done. So all of my healing, like my Green Dragon's Blood, that heals me, as well as the Absorb Magicka, that increases it. Healing criticals, increases damage and healing criticals. Again, healing me, keeping me alive. I can pretty much solo a lot of dungeons. And that's my CP. Now, again, this is tanking. You're going to do right around 2.5k damage. I don't use this guy for dealing damage. I use this guy for tanking and tanking only. If you don't like that, start here as a basis. If this is your first time tanking, start here as a basis and tweak it if you want. You can tweak it however you want. Like some guys I know, they don't like having that much resistance because, again, it does take away from the damage that you do. So switch out a little bit of the armor. Like if you were to switch out this right here, throw on I don't know, blood spawns. Throw on blood spawns because that gives you resistances, but it also increases your ultimate gain. Throw on Scoria if you want to do some more damage. Throw on if you're PvEing, which this is a PvE build. Throw on Alhambras. Those types of helmets or two-piece monster helms, because those will give you the damage, the AoE. But yeah, that's what I'd recommend for that. Take this build if you want it. Start here for a basis to get used to tanking, so that way, if this is your first time tanking, that way you won't die as easy, and then you can adjust from there. You don't have to start out squishy. You're able to go into it and actually be a viable tank. Start there. You don't. There's plenty of damage dealers out there. But yeah, if this was helpful, if you liked it, if you want to know more, if I missed something, let me know in the comments. But throw me a like, subscribe. There will be more videos to come, so stay tuned.